Hello, welcome back to Reddit Recreations. I'm going to take you on another journey through Reddit. Today we're on r/LegalAdvice, and we've got some juicy ones in store for you today. I've only read the titles like I do for all of the videos, so I haven't actually read the content, but the first one is titled, Am I obligated to return a ring that was given to my deceased wife by the guy she was having an affair with? Oof. That is a tough way to start. The post is from forward-opinion 1777. My wife and I separated a couple of months ago after she confessed to having a long-term affair with the guy she grew up with. He gave her a ring that had belonged to his deceased grandmother after she told him that we were separating. My wife died a few weeks ago, and both her relatives and the family of the guy she was having an affair with have been up my booty hole about this ring. It's currently in my possession, and I do not intend to return it. We hadn't actually filed for a divorce yet, and my wife didn't have a will. It's my understanding that I'm the sole beneficiary of her estate since we were still married at the time of her death. I assume this extends to the ring, which I have plans for. I just want to know if either family has any sort of legal standing to demand its return before I follow through with these plans. I understand that this is not the kindest route I could have taken given the circumstances, but I'm not looking for moral advice here. Suffice to say, there is a lot of background that I didn't include because this would have been a very long post if I got into it all, and it's not relevant to the legal end of things. That said, I'm happy to clarify anything that's necessary. Thanks. Editing in from a comment. So I didn't consider the fact this could be treated differently if it was an engagement ring. I actually have text from my wife stating that it's not. This was intended to hurt me, so it would have actually been pretty poetic if it winds up hurting their case. Wow, what a story. From that title all the way through, that is a heavy, heavy story. That must be so painful to firstly find out your wife's having an affair, then you're coming to grips with that, come to terms with that, then she passes away. I mean, this is a horrible situation to be in, and you know what? I can't blame the guy. I can't blame him at all. Your wife's passed away. That ring is a sign of her infidelity, and you're going to keep a hold of that. You can probably sell it for good money, and it's also a way of getting revenge on her and the who was supposed to be the new husband. So, yeah, absolutely. You keep the ring. You keep that ring. So the top reply from Throw040913 says, when this goes to court and everyone has attorneys charging by the hour, their claim will be that the ring was a conditional gift under New York law, or that it was on loan. Either way, they will all testify that it was never intended to be given to another man's wife as a permanent, keep forever item, since it's a family heirloom. The judges will have to decide if they believe this or not. They'll probably sound convincing, and nothing here needs to be beyond a reasonable doubt, just more likely than not. Sorry for your loss. Now, as a man who knows absolutely nothing about law, especially American law, I think he should be able to keep the ring. That is my professional legal opinion. I mean, he gave it to the wife passed away, and he collects everything the wife gets. You can't revoke it, you can't take it back, say, oops, sorry. And the person I feel bad for as well is the grandma in this situation. Is the grandma still alive? I don't know if... Oh no, it is his deceased grandmother. Oh, I still feel bad for her. Because imagine you give your ring down as a family heirloom to your grandson, and they give it to a married woman. Oh dear. It's always the grandmas. It's always the grandmas catching strays in these videos, isn't it? We've got another comment from DYS Claimer, who says, the moral side is, for good or bad, somewhat related to the legal side. If they sue you for the ring, it's important that you don't look like the bad guy. It's going to be an emotional hearing for either a judge or jury, and they'll make decisions based in part on their emotional reaction to the facts. That's not necessarily right, but it's the reality. I used to tell my criminal clients that if a jury likes you, they look for reasons to acquit. And if they don't like you, they look for reasons to convict. Sometimes you can overcome that, but if they don't like what you're doing, you're starting at a disadvantage. I think he's just going to have to go into this full waterworks, really ham up the betrayal, the pain. Oh, Gosh, you don't need to ham it up, do you? It is true betrayal, it is true pain. And this man, least he can do is keep the ring. So the next post comes from ThrowByeBye6 and is titled, "Can my daughter evict me and or her biological dad?" Interesting. What have you done to make her want to evict you, your own daughter? Let's get into it. This is from Florida in the United States. From the time my daughter was 2 months to the time she was 15, I was in a relationship with a guy who we will call non-biological dad. He never married me or adopted her. We lived together in his house for most of those 15 years. Things got rocky and we split. However, the non-biological dad agreed to let us live rent-free in the house for as long as my daughter was in school within 30 miles of the house, so she didn't have to change schools and in case she went to the local college. I'm with her biological dad now and he lives with us. Daughter seems to have a hatred for him. She graduated high school and as a graduation gift, the non-biological dad gave her the house. Wow. I got a sheep stuffed toy for my graduation gift. Wow. A house as your graduation gift. What an incredible gift that is. So she said, she said that her plans are to go to school out of state and rent the house out. What are our options? Okay, so she's planning to rent the house out, but you haven't actually mentioned anywhere that she's planning to evict you, or is she going to charge you rent, or are you going to refuse rent and hope she doesn't kick you out? What's happening here? There's not really much. I'm going to have a look in the comments, see if we can get any more clarification. We've got Attica's Doom, which says pretty simply, if she owns the house, she can evict you according to your state laws. Yeah, pretty straightforward. The laws don't change because you're the parent. The way people look at it might change because you're the parent, but it's her house. Of course she can evict you. Why would you think she couldn't? Okay, so we've got one that adds a little bit more context from Deleted. Of course she can if it's her house and there isn't a lease. She just needs to follow the eviction process, or she could choose to set up a lease and rent it to you if she wanted. Regardless, if it's her house, why would you question whether or not she can evict you? Is there something specific to call that into question? And the OP responds saying, she doesn't want her biological dad around, she blames him and I for the breakup, I'm just collateral damage. Right, so it sounds like she's actually gotten back together with the biological dad. The daughter hates the dad and seems like she had a very good relationship with, well, a very, very good relationship with the non-biological dad, because he gave her a freaking house for graduation. And yeah, I guess she's very unhappy about the breakup and she seems to like non-biological dad more than you, Mum. I would like to see more information about what's happened there, but that would be its own relationship thread. Well, thank you so much for watching another video of Reddit Recreations. Let me know in the comments, what would you do in these situations? What would you do if your daughter was potentially going to kick you out of your house? Would you just go willingly? Would you put up a fight? Would you go to Reddit asking what are your legal options? And what would you do if you're going through your ex-wife's possessions and found a ring belonging to an affair partner? Would you give that ring back? I don't think I would. And with that, we come to the end of another episode of Reddit Recreations. This has been r/LegalAdvice. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you're enjoying these different subreddits, if you'd prefer to see one certain type of subreddit. And hey, if you're listening, put a comment. If there's any subreddits you want me to look at, I will always happily take requests. Now, I do upload every single day, so don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and I will be providing you as much content as I can from all across Reddit. I'm doing the big ones at the moment, but we'll get into some more niche ones, some more unique ones, some different ones. So thank you again, and I'll see you again next time. Would you just go willingly? Would you put up a fight? Would you go to Reddit asking what are your legal options? And about the other one, I can't even remember what the other one was. Wow, what was the other one? What else did I say? Waiting for talk. I've just got this weird looking mouse penis on the screen. It's not a mouse penis. It looks like a mouse penis. I'm not going to put that in the video. Doesn't that look like a mouse penis? It does. But it's not a mouse's penis. It looks like a penis that's been like photoshopped to be a mouse. Oh, the ring, of course. And what would you do if... Just think about the mouse penis now.